Okay. Can everybody hear me? Thumbs up? Yeah? Good. All right. So I was so excited. I was supposed to have a different guest on tonight, and she was unable to jump on. So I gave a shout out to Sandy and said, hey, you want to be my special guest? So guess who's my special guest? Sandy's going to join. She's joining us tonight. And then Brittany Walker should be joining us. She's at church right now, but she's going to jump on when she gets a chance. I don't see her quite yet. You guys, I don't know if you guys want to put a hands up, but so many people are telling me that they are so ready to be done with 2016. Anybody else ready? You guys, there was so much negative crap that went on in 2016. I think the election just ruined everybody. But the neat thing is, as soon as that election was over, it was like crazy. Like even our personal family business, we own a heating and air company where we have fireplaces and geothermal and everything. The minute the election was over, people started buying like crazy. Like Trent's been working 70-hour weeks. He's like, it was just like the election was over and a light switch flipped and it's been chaos ever since. Not only in our family business, but in our business. And I think really it's because we made a decision that we were no longer going to let the negativity of the world hold us back. And I think when we get to this part of the year, for those of you who don't know who I am, I'm Jody Busher. I have my 5-year anniversary in 2 weeks, which is crazy. Sandy, you've been in 4, almost 5, right? You're right behind me. Okay. So this is going to be my 5th January. And oh my gosh, you guys, I joined December 30th and I did not know what hit me when I joined. And I think people get to this time of the year, and how many of you feel like you're running your business out of desperation? Like, I have to sign customers. I have to sign distributors. People are stopping their auto shipments. Like, you feel like you are like almost panicky anxiety. Like, oh my gosh, my business isn't growing. Things are falling apart. I know people feel that way because a lot of people feel that way when it gets to this time of the year. Well, I don't ever let that mode set into my mind, because I know everybody always says, oh, fall and winter, that, when going into fall, that's a slow season. Oh, it's only slow if you choose to let it be slow. And, I sat back 2 months ago and I was like, you know what? I'm not running my business out of desperation. I'm running my business with passion. And I think this is what I want to talk about is, 2016, people were living like the world was coming to an end. I mean, literally. And I think now it's time to just find that passion back. I know you guys are on the Zoom right now because you love this company and you love your products and you have a gift. So it's time to go back and find the passion that made you first start this business. Go back to the why you started this business. Fall in love with the products all over again. I know you're here for a reason. So that's what we decided to do. And last month we grew like crazy. I think we signed, I want to say 10 or 11 customers last month. It was just because I started creating an urgency. And this is what we want to talk about tonight, is how to bring in 2017 with an explosion. Okay. My team is growing like crazy. The orders are coming in like crazy. It's time to explode. And it's your mental game and your excitement that is going to make your business grow like crazy. Okay. So find the passion back. The first thing you have to do is get your goals on paper. Get your goals on paper, not just your business goals, but we always say that goals without a plan are just a wish. Don't make a wish list. Make a goal sheet, okay? Make your personal goals. So health goals, financial goals, spiritual goals. I did that last year, and that was a huge game changer, just knowing where I wanted to be spiritually. Make your short-term goals and make your limitless goals. So short-term goals, have a date behind them. If you want to be a diamond by, February 28th, then put, I am a diamond, February 28th, 2017. If you don't have dates behind your goals, they are just wishes because you have no intentions of when they're going to come true. You just know that they're going to be there. Of course, you want to make limitless goals. Like, you want to have goals that are so like beyond, belief that can happen. Financial freedom. I keep telling everybody, if you want to flipping house on the beach in Tahiti, then put, I want a house on a beach in Tahiti. I always use that as my example. The other night, Kayla said, do you want a beach house in Tahiti? And I'm like, I don't know. I just always say that. Maybe I do. But you have to have limitless goals. You have to have them so big that they are reachable. It might not be tomorrow, but someday. So get the goals on paper. Then what we're doing right now is we are creating the utmost urgency. Anybody who has ever liked any of your posts about the business, okay, I want you to be reaching out to those people and let them know, hey, I know you had showed interest in the business. Thanks for loving and liking on my comments about the business or about my payday. Like I posted about getting paid early today and that it paid for all of our Christmas and all of our bills for the month. People that are liking that, I am messaging them saying, thanks for the love on my post. I just really can't even believe that this is my life. And I know that you've showed interest in the business before. I cannot stress enough why now is the time to get in, because our business explodes so crazy in January. If you're wanting, to make a change, do it now. Get your business started in December so that when January 1 hits and all these people want to be part of your 90-day challenge, all these people want to be part of these weight loss resolutions, New Year's resolutions, that you're ready to go. I set up 2 appointments this week with people that I just messaged and said, hey, I know at one point you were interested in the business. We need to get together now. Because when January 1 hits, we have this 90-day challenge group, and you're going to be able to add all your friends and family and sign all of them as customers to help them with their weight loss goals, help them get healthier, help them get happier, and you're going to be responsible for all that. And so you're going to want your business, running now, not trying to start a business and help all these people at the same time. So I'm creating that urgency. With our 90-day challenge, a lot of you are not on my team, but I highly recommend that you do this. Start a 90-day challenge. This 90-day challenge can be we're doing it a little bit different. Our 90-day challenge this year is you need to be an existing loyal customer or a new loyal customer to be a part of it, because we want it to be an elite group. But you guys can do it. A lot of you are new, so you can do your 90-day challenge as any friends and family who want to take part in it. And what your 90-day challenge will consist of is recipes, exercise tips, weight loss goal tips, weigh-ins every Monday. So we did this last year. We had over 500 customers take part, and it was unbelievable. The results, the connections that people made with each other, the encouragement, the accountability, it was unreal. And it really sets you apart as a company, as somebody different, that you care and that you're trying to help these people. But what you want to do now is get that group up and running. Anybody who's in Team Audacious, we already have our group ready. So if you need to talk to me about it, I've been putting videos out. But you guys who are on different teams, start your 90-day challenge and get people in now. And get them ordering now. Tell them they don't want to wait till January 1st because it starts January 1st. You want to get your orders in now. Get them on the It Works system. Get them ordering the cleanse to get prepared for their weight loss journey. Get them on the greens because they want to be feeling good so that they do want to exercise and everything else. So create the urgency. That's the first thing I want to tell you guys. And don't wait till January 1st to do it. Start it now. I cannot believe the people that I've been messaging that are like, oh my gosh, thank you for reaching out to me. Thank you for caring about me. I knew I wanted to do something January 1st, but I didn't know what it was. People from last year's 90-day challenge are reaching out saying, hey, are you guys doing that again? Because they had such great results. So create the urgency and get a 90-day challenge started with your customers. January 1st to March 31st. Speak love and life into your business. That is so huge. Say, my business is growing. My customers find favor with me. My business is exploding in 2017. Speak it, live it, go out and just own what you do. Like, you have to be so excited. If you're not excited, people are not going to want your products. I know you're here because you love the products in the company. So go out and make sure you're showing people that. And so that's another thing. Just be excited and create the urgency, 90-day challenges. Stop working out of desperation. Don't be trying to get customers and get distributors. Work your business out of passion to change people's lives physically and financially. I cannot stress that enough. People don't want to be gotten. They don't want a used car salesman. Forgive me if any of you are, or your husbands are. They don't want a used car salesman. They want to be cared about. They want to be loved on. They want to be helped. They don't want to be gotten or sold anything. So keep that in mind when you're looking. when you're out there making friends. Create relationships. This is a business building, a relationship building business. This is where you want to constantly be creating those relationships with strangers, with people that are liking and loving on your comments, on your posts. I cannot tell you how many people I've been messaging saying, oh my gosh, thanks for the love on my post. That's all I said. And it creates the longest, most drawn out, most amazing friendship ever. Last night I saw a guy that I'm friends with. I don't even know how. I tried looking at his friends to even see how we're even friends, but he made a post about how upset he is that he just lost his 6-figure income job. And it's because of a fear that he has of heights. And so we started talking. Well, 8 people on his post were like, oh my gosh, I feel ya. You know, I'm 30 years old. I'm waitressing. I'm a single mom. I feel like I'm a loser. I have nothing to live for. Like, all of a sudden, all these people were making these posts. So I started looking at some of their walls, and they have the most beautiful children. They have very positive posts on their walls. So I started reaching out to them, and they're like, oh my gosh, thank you for being a stranger and just caring. Like, it was crazy, like the conversations I was having with these people, and I was just being genuine because I don't want to see anybody struggling in life when I know that I have this opportunity to share with them. And so you have to look at everything like an opportunity to make a friend, create a relationship. So I want you guys to work really hard on that. Those of you who have a long list of customers, I've signed 400 plus customers over my last 5 years. I'm literally reaching out to all of them, letting them know, hey, I just wanted to remind you, I know it's been a while since you've ordered. I'm still here. I've been in 5 years. I still am helping people on their journey every day. You know, I know you loved the greens back then. We have so much more to offer. I'd love to send you a new catalog. That's it. So many people are like, I cannot believe you just reached out to me. January's coming. We all know what that means. So right now, you guys, is the best time to be reaching out to people. I know so many people are like, I don't know what to even start a conversation about. Guess what? New Year's resolutions, we're in health and wellness. This is the best time to be reaching out to everybody. So not only that, not only your customers who have ordered from you over the years or over the months, how many of you have distributors who joined your business and they quit? Probably almost all of you. So you have a whole organization under those people that quit that you can reach out to and create relationships with, because chances are you don't know any of those people that signed up under them. So here's what my message looks like. Hey, Susie, I just wanted to reach out to you. I'm actually a friend of Jenny's. I know she was your It Works distributor. I was actually her upline. She's no longer with the business, and she wanted to make sure that, well, Jenny did, but you could say, I just wanted to make sure that all of her customers are taken care of. I've been with the company for 5 years, or whatever you want to say, however long you've been in. And I just wanted to make sure all her customers were taken care of. How can I help you with your health goals? Period. Do you know how many people were like, oh my gosh, I saw she quit the business and I had no idea who to reach out to? Everybody's so thankful. And I'm like, and she gave me a stack like this big of loyal customer forms that she was like, she took on a big corporate job. So she gave me all of her customers. But you don't have to have those in front of you. You have your back office. Go to each distributor who's quit that you personally enrolled. Look under their loyal customers and just start reaching out, whether it's through email, whether you friend request them on Facebook, whether you call them and just be a genuine friend. That is a huge organization. I know so many people are like, I feel stuck on Facebook. I feel like I've added in so many people and it's just not going anywhere. Oh my gosh, you have so many names right underneath your organization in your back office that you didn't even know about, for those of you who've been in for a while. Okay, so for those of you who don't have lots of loyal customers, for those of you who don't have any distributors that quit with loyal customers, let's talk about that. So you can start reaching out to people saying, hey, thanks for the love on my post. I appreciate it. You know, I'm building my organization. I love my products. Have you ever tried our products? Period. Or, I'm so excited you liked my health and wellness post. We're actually starting a 90-day challenge. Would you be interested in taking part? I want to make sure that all of my It Works, customers are involved, or all of my friends and family are involved. It's an amazing opportunity. You have so much to use right now because of New Year's resolutions, because everybody's starting these challenges, because everybody has new goals. Some of them, it's not weight loss. Some of them just want to be healthier and happier. So why not use our business to be a solution to their problems? When you create these relationships and you start talking about how much you love your life and how many lives you've changed already, talk about how humbling it is that this is what we get to do for a living. Because people want what we have. People want to be as happy as we are. If I went on your Facebook page right now, number one, would I know you're a Knitworks distributor? Number two, would I see you using the products? Number three, would I see how much you love your life? Because if not, how are they going to want to join your business if you don't have those things on your page? I'm just going to share this with you really quick. About a half hour ago, I had an Ambassador Diamond who I adore, who I follow. She reached out to me. And I was like, she was in my others folder because we're not even friends. And I was like, what the heck is she messaging me for? So I looked and it said, Jody, this girl's in your downline and she reached out to me for help. And I'm like, what? Like, I know who she is and I know who she's enrolled by, but I always make myself available. And I'm like, that's awkward, that she would go to this ambassador upline who, most of us don't even, a lot of people on my team don't even know. So, I went to her page to see, kind of who she is. I've only met her once. There was not one It Works post. And the whole page was tons of negativity. The F-bomb was like every other post, like really vulgar posts. And I was like, no wonder she's struggling. I'm going to reach out to her because I care about people. And she clearly still wants to do this business because she reached up to somebody else. But really, stop and think. Go to your wall. There's so many times when I accept a friend request and I'm like, shoot, I need to go to my wall and see what it looks like. Make sure that because when somebody accepts your friend request, that's the first thing they do is they go to your wall and they look and they start scanning through all your stuff. So what does your wall look like? Would you want to join your team? Would you want to buy your products? So stop and think about that. Sometimes we just need to regroup. We just need to get back to where we were when we first started. So 90-day challenge, loyal customers, creating the urgency, creating relationships. Okay, this is something that I started 2 months ago, and you guys, this has been a game changer for me. A lot of you know that I got hurt in September. I think I'm on day 81. Who's counting? But for 81 days, I was stuck in a chair with my foot up in the air. I could intently work my business, but what I was finding is I sat in that chair for 12 hours a day. And at the end of the day, I was like, what the heck did I do to work my business? Like, I worked my business all day, but what did I really do? Like, I didn't sign any loyal customers today. I didn't sign any distributors today. How many relationships did I actually create? And it was like an aha moment in the varsity crew. If I know a lot of you were in there when Ashley Sinclair said, stop working your business at a level 3 or 4 for 8 to 10 hours a day and work it 2 hours a day at a level 10. And it was like this light bulb because I felt like I was on my computer for 10 to 12 hours a day in that chair. And at the end of the day, I didn't spend much time with my family. I had the computer on my lap and I didn't sign anybody that day. And how many relationships did I actually create? And it was like this aha moment that, oh my gosh. So I started making a 12 list. I know a lot of you know what a 6 list is, but I started making a 12 list. And my 12 list consisted of at least 6 or 7 only income producing activities. And an income producing activity is not scrolling through Facebook. An income producing activity is signing loyal customers, signing distributors, making your post on Instagram, on Facebook. Self-development is not an income producing activity. It's on my 12 list every day. So is my gratitude list, my journaling, my prayer time. All of that's on my 12 list, but it's not an income producing activity. Looking for events to sign up, calling people and asking them how their products are doing and what you can help them with for their next month's order. That is income producing activities. There is actually a sheet. I have it in my group page. That's like 55 income producing activities. Those are the things that need to be on your list every day. Reaching out to people, helping them with their auto shipments. So what I started doing is for 2 hours straight, I worked intently. I was calling people. I was messaging people. I was signing people up. Anything out blitzing. Blitzing is included in that. If you don't have something to do, go out and hand out some cards. So I started working at a level 10 for 2 hours a day. Do you guys know what? Like, my kids are like, Mom, you've been playing more games with us. You've been cooking more. You've been with us more. And I'm like, you know what? And I signed 3 customers today. Like, I feel so successful at the end of every day because I worked for 2 hours instead of 10. And how crazy is that? That little difference made a huge impact in my business. Another beautiful thing is every single day, stop saying I have to sign customers. I have to sign distributors. I just went to Florida last month with Cindy Pentecost, and I get to sign customers. I get to sign distributors. I get to reach out to my team every day. I get to love this business and share with this business. And I get to make relationships. I get to be with my kids every day. Stop saying I have to and start saying I get to, because it is a privilege what we have to do. Because so many people can't. They can't, and we can. So, you know what was the most beautiful thing? I was not in that building 10 minutes, and I sat in the front, in the third row, and 10 minutes I was in that building, and Cindy came up to me and she gave me a huge hug, and she said, Jody, isn't this beautiful that we get to be here? Nobody's in It Works clothes. Nobody has a rank. Nobody has a title. We are all just women of faith here to give God the glory for the gift that He's given us, because we get to. And it's amazing. If you guys just write I get to everywhere. The next time you think I have to make supper, no, I get to make supper. I have to work this business. No, I get to work this business because it's a gift that's been given to me. So just change your way of thinking. You know, we always say, Sarah's always taught us, don't say I need to do this. I need to do that. No, I must, and I get to. So if you change your way of thinking, it changes everything, and it totally makes your business grow. Start talking about how much your business is growing. You'll start signing customers, I guarantee it. Sandy, I want to bring you on if you want to unmute yourself.
I literally have almost 3 pages of notes already.
Oh my gosh, I just talked for 25 minutes. Sorry, I get on a rant and I just want to keep
going. It's okay. I'm like, I don't even know how to follow that. I mean, I will say one thing, and it's kind of crazy that you brought this up, because and I put big stars next to this, because the very first thing you started off with, Jody, was having goals. And you know what? I'll be the first to admit I'm not perfect in this business. I make so many mistakes, and I forget sometimes the basics. And I literally just told myself last week, Sandy, get back to what you were doing 4 years ago, 5 years ago, 3 years ago. That was really keeping you on fire. Your business was going, and you made like all the excuses were out the window. And the one thing that I did, and I was very consistent about with you guys, was I had goals. And I had a why, and I had a reason for doing this, and I had a dream board. So I had those 3 big things, okay? And I was like, oh my gosh, it has been a hot minute since I wrote out goals, like true goals, not just like these half-assed goals that were like, I got to write it down just because somebody's telling me I have to. Like within myself, I realized, you know what, I'm not going to go anywhere because I'm running around blind. It's like my ears were plugged, my eyes were blind, and my arms were cut off. And when all of those are missing, you guys, you're stumbling around not knowing which direction to go, okay? And you might be going in this direction for a second, but you get off course very easily when you have no vision on where you're going. And so, no joke, I was like, it is time to get my goals back on track. It is time to get my dream board back on track, and it's time to get my why back on track. And I literally have been doing goals, and I did a call. I did a part 1 and a part 2 already on setting goals and how important they are. And I think it was crazy that you opened up with that, because that was one of my areas that I feel that I have kind of staggered with lately, and it shows in how you move forward with your business. So I want to give you kudos for that. And if you haven't listened to those calls, you guys, they're in Varsity, so you can listen to them. Their audio, just click on them, put your earbuds in, run on the treadmill, do what you need to do, go to the grocery store. And I really talk about how important those goals are, so you have the direction. And how are you going to move into 2017 with this big explosion? Because Jody's right, the election is done. Thank you, Jesus, the election is done, because that election was so distracting in so many different ways. And then not only the election, but it just brought in all this negativity, like she said. So I love the fact you talked about goals. Goals are so important. You have to write them out. And one of the challenges on the thing that I was talking about, because Jody, I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong, do you get these from Mark every month?
Yes.
Okay, did you just get the new one?
Yes, but I haven't even opened it.
Ah, okay. Well, I just opened it, but I haven't read it yet. So anyways, I get these, and they were talking about the goals, and one of the things they were talking about how is, you can't set your goals to these minor things. You have to think bigger. You have to think about what are the things that you want. And the questions you have to ask yourself are, you have to start with each goal with an I am or an I will. I am going to be Black Diamond. I will learn to play the piano. I will, pay off $2,000 in debt. I am going to help somebody on my team, stay at home. Like whatever these goals are that you, these goals that you want to do, they said it's very, very important to start each one with an I am or an I will. And don't even think for a minute to restricting yourself. And what I think is really cool about these goals, and they said to actually come up with 101 of them. 101 different goals to help stretch yourself, because we keep ourselves in these little bubbles for so long. We become so comfortable that we can't even push our mind outside of what our true potential is. So he said in the article, you got to have these goals, and you have to push yourself, because number one, it's really going to show you how much you've limited your dreams, how much you've limited your potential. And even if it takes you 2 weeks or 2 months to come up with 101 different goals, writing them out is going to give you the true vision of which direction you're going to go on. And once the goals are written, then you get to turn some of them into your dream board.
Oh my gosh, you know what the coolest thing about 101 goals is? You know how you're going to be able to cross them off? Like some of them might just be like simple goals.
Oh,
and
totally.
As you achieve them, you will just have so much fulfillment, because
exactly.
there's so many of them that you.
And I have mine. I've started them. It's hard. It is hard to come up with 101. I'm only at 20. And the thing is it's hard because you limit yourself so much. And some of the things where here's some of the questions says, ask yourself, what is it that you want to do? What is it do you want to do? And on the call, I admitted I've always wanted to learn how to play the piano. Well, in order to play the piano, I'm going to have to take lessons. In order to take lessons, I'm going to have free time. In order to have free time, I'm going to have to work my business. Learning how to play the piano is going to cost money. In order to do that, I'm going to need the income. I've always wanted to learn how to tap dance. Again, that's going to be more time and more money. How am I going to be able to do those things? The only way I'm going to be able to do those things is if I have these goals and I'm achieving these goals because I have this path in front of me and my ears are not plugged, my eyes are not closed, and my arms are not off. Okay, and I can have that true direction. So you want to ask yourself, what do you want to do? What do you want to have? Where do you want to go? What contributions do you want to make? And then this article, they really stressed that one of the top 10 things on making your goals is you have to have contributions. And It Works is all about giving back. And the fact that even this article talked about how giving contributions and giving back to others, you have to be able to have on that 101 list someone or something that you have always wanted to give back to but have never had the ability to. Because how cool, Jody, to be able to mark that off one day.
No kidding.
Whether a year from now or 5 years from now, what do you want to learn? Who do you want to meet and spend your time with? How much do you want to earn? How much do you want to save? How much do you want to invest? And what will I do for fun? Okay, those are just
what I feel like we should do? I feel like we should have a Zoom just for goal.
Oh my God, girl, I'm getting ready to do part 3. I can start over. I have no problem starting over and doing a Zoom because it is so important. The first call, I think, was 45 minutes. The second call with the second set of information was an hour. And I'm so blessed that you talk about that because that's kind of where I'm refocusing. And I had them do this visual thing on what people truly see goals being and the path of success. And I think it was a real eye-opener for them. The other thing that I thought was really neat is you were talking about, the business posts and making sure that you're reaching out to people. I literally just went live today and telling the team, listen, it is December, but New Year's resolutions are happening. And if we're not maximizing that, we're missing out. And I'm so glad that you pointed that out. And I'll be honest, I never thought, why wouldn't I think about doing a 90-day page, like a group for people? So I'm going to pick your ear about that later so then I can incorporate it with my group so that we can really move forward with that the second half of December going into January. But I really think you guys, you need to do goals. And Jody, if we need to do just a couple of Zooms on that, I've got another set of things I'm going to go over on my next call. But I think if we don't, not having goals written down, and that is the key thing, is having them written down, and not just having 10, 101. And there's a very specific reason why he chose 101.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah. So the goal setting is definitely going to be part of your success for 2017, to have it in front of you every single day. And like I said, everything that we've talked about tonight is just going to maximize your business. But you have to start now. You can't wait till January 1st. You have to start now and create that urgency. I see Brittany's on. She made it with us. So I'm going to have Brittany jump on because, oh my gosh, she's just a firecracker under my belt. I just absolutely adore her. But she right now, her and Nick actually started the 90-day challenge last year with us, and it was amazing. What I want her to talk about is, you guys talked about some different things last night. Brittany, you unmuted yourself. You got some tips last night on what you're going to do to, maximize 2017 and make it explode. Can you share some of those ideas with us that you guys talked about last night?
Well, hey guys, I totally missed the beginning part. So Sandy, I just heard goal setting and I'm over here oh my gosh, I need to know everything. So if I can catch that with you at some point would be great. So pretty much what I was talking about yesterday, and I actually went to the Mansfield meeting with Jody because I'm I just want to get around It Works people wherever I can right now, because I'm just ready to freaking run. I am just ready for 2017. I'm ready to start now. I'm ready to kill it. So I felt like the one thing, after kind of listening as we were talking, and actually listening to Jody talk, because usually when I do my team meetings, I'm the one talking. So kind of just listening in was nice, because I felt like the one thing my team was missing is that we have this vision of where we want to go, but we don't talk about what are the income producing activities that we need to be doing to get to those goals, get to those things that we want to get. And, I think Jody had an income producing activity sheet in Team Audacious, but I felt like it would be so freaking cool if we could all brainstorm about what things have been working. What works for you? What works for your team? And then really, even if we compiled a list of all of these great ideas, I actually listened to the Conways video in the Varsity Crew, and they talked about doing three things every single day for 90 days for your business. Those same three things, same three income producing activities every day for your business. Where the heck would your business be in 90 days? Or shoot, what if you did it for a year? Where would your business be? Because I feel like that's one of my biggest struggles, is I do really good for 90 days and then I take time off. I'm that's not happening this year in 2017. So I'm super excited about just having those income producing activities in front of me, so that I know what are my strengths and what are those three things that I want to do. So really, in general, what we did last night was just brainstorm about some income producing activities or things that people have been doing that have been working for people. So I don't know if you want to brainstorm on here, Jody, or if you just want me to chat with you about some of the things that we had talked about, or that's what we talked about though last night.
Okay. What were some of the things that you guys mentioned last night?
Actually, so we talked about the normal, making sure we're always adding people on social media. Another thing too is Nick was in the kitchen cooking, and he's like, what if you talk to one person a day, somebody new every single day, about, what did you say, was it the business or about products? Or just meeting someone new every single day. And I was like, that seems like something so obvious, but I feel like we don't do that. Even if it's creating one new relationship on Facebook and reaching out to people. And I said, one of the things that I do every single day, and I actually got it, I think, from Sarah Rankin or someone on her team, she had mentioned happy birthdays. Instead of writing on their wall, sending them that personal message, sending them that video, sending them something that's that personal thing from you. And that can go right into, oh my gosh, I haven't talked to you in 5 years. How are you doing? And that's a great way. And then Jody pointed out at the meeting, she's like, yeah, because in a year you would have went through your entire friends list. I'm like, I didn't even think that far. My attention span is right here, right now. But that's totally true. In an entire year, you would cover your entire friends list. And what a great way to make more connections with people just by doing happy birthday. So
I think Ashley Sinclair was the one who brought that up to Sarah. And I started doing that way back when I first heard it. And I created my own those bit emoji things that looks like me. And I started private messaging every single person. I send them the picture and I'm like, oh my gosh, happy birthday. I hope you have the most amazing day. And a lot of times I voice record myself with my emoji that looks like me. You would not believe the response that I've gotten. And everybody says, thank you for privately messaging me. Don't just do it on their walls. It has made a huge impact. And that's how I've been creating relationships with people, getting them to order again. So yes, that's the birthday thing is huge. Huge.
I have to agree because we were told last year by someone that if you're just posting on their timeline, I mean, think about how many birthday wishes you get on your birthday from perfect strangers, and how many of those do you actually get a chance to go back to. But if someone sends you a private message, one of the leaders, yeah, you always respond. And I want to add to what you're saying, Brittany, because somebody, I think it was Shelly Hyde, said this at she said this at the Diamond training that I was just at in Grand Rapids, Michigan last month. And Shelly said something very similar to what you were talking about one, building those relationships with people. But she also said, it was either you know what? It was either Shelly or it was Alyssa Billiou. You need to stop adding new people to your Facebook friends page until you start building relationships with the ones you're already adding. Because if you're just going through randomly adding people all day long, every single day, and you're not taking the time then to going through that list of people that you just added and building that relationship and calling them, or sending them messages, communicating through their Facebook page, liking their posts, commenting on their posts. If you're not doing that, you're wasting your time. So stop adding new people until you have built relationships with the people that you have now, because you're only hitting about 2% of the people on your friends list right now because you're not taking the time to build those relationships. And the more you add, you're never getting ahead of the game. You're staying at that 2 to 3% of communication with them.
That's
with your
huge.
entire list.
I don't even think about that at all. That's a huge point.
Yeah, stop adding new people until you can take the time to get to know the people you already have.
Yeah, I love that.
I love it. Did they talk about, is that more predominantly with Facebook versus Instagram? Do you know?
I would, well, she just said it in general, but it was probably a lot Facebook. I know Instagram runs a little bit differently, but even still going through following a bunch of people, if you're following new people on Instagram, make sure you're going to their Instagram page and you're liking and commenting, and sending them private messages, because since Facebook owns Instagram, they've got some of the same features. So I think you should treat them with the same amount of respect. And if you're adding new people, go. And if you can even, I know like on Facebook, you can add, your see firsts, and I think every 30 days you should reevaluate who you're seeing first, so filter new people in. But on Instagram, or you can do the same thing. You can get push notifications for people who are posting. So every time somebody that seems intriguing, like Jody, I'm sure you're always looking for people who have beautiful families and kids, and you're communicating to that because you relate to that. So if you see somebody who's posting photos about their kids and on these adventures, then you want to hit that push notification so that you get notified anytime they're sharing something. So then that way you can, boom, immediately go to their page. You can communicate on their pictures on Instagram. So you can kind of treat them the same.
Oh my gosh, Sandy, I want to come over to your house and just rack your brain all day long.
I work better at night with a glass of wine. Jody told me to get wine, so.
Oh,
You know what we're doing?
let's just keep this going for a few hours then. We'll be good.
I saw Frank. Frank, are you having a drink too? No. I said get your wine because we're getting rid of 2016 and we are cheersing to one heck of an explosion in 2017.
Yes, good riddance 2016. Bring it on 2017.
I'm cheersing in the car with my water, but yes.
Now, the other thing that we talked about the other night that I didn't bring up tonight is simple posts. So you guys, we've been doing this with our team, and it's been we have been getting so much feedback, and I know a lot of you are seeing them because other people are doing it too, but one night we said, who wants to grow their hair out? With the little hair emoji with the scissors. Amber had, what'd she say, 72 responses. She signed 8 customers the first day, booked 6 parties or appointments. I mean, it was insane. Tammy made one that said, let's be serious. Who hasn't tried that crazy wrap thing? I mean, within minutes, she had I haven't, pick me. I haven't. It was crazy. And all they are simple posts. I think we overthink our posts. We try to brainstorm and make them so intentional. And really, we just need to keep it simple. So then I made the one about the 4 little bottles. What if you drank 4 little bottles and could lose potentially, 4 to 8 pounds and feel better and be happier and healthier? But I didn't say what it was. Oh my gosh. I had 8 inboxes within the first hour or so. Every one of them ordered the cleanse. Every one of them. Signed 2 new customers with it. And that was just the first couple hours. So it was insane how much a simple post can sign people and get people thinking. And so try to keep things more simple and interactive instead of making such a wordy post that people don't want to read.
I don't read wordy posts. I don't have time. It loses my interest. My ADHD that I swear I'm self-diagnosing doesn't want to listen. And
Right.
videos. Can we talk about it? Can we talk about how important it is to go live? Because if you guys really want, okay, if you haven't really liked, and I go live all the time, you guys, and interact. Here's my tip. Okay, Jody, this is my thing, okay? This is what I'm giving you for this call tonight. You must go live. I don't care how scared you are. The more you do it, the more autopilot you're going to get on. Like, how many of you have like left work, drove home, and you're like, how quick did I even get here? I don't even remember, because you become so second nature. Or you're going through the grocery store and it's the same grocery store you've gone to all the time. You just know where to go, and before you know it, you're at the checkout lane. You're like, I don't even remember going through the grocery lane. Okay, you must go live. I am not even kidding. And communicate with the people when you're like, ask them questions. Ask them to give you, hey, on a scale of 1 to 5, what do you think? Hey, give me some high fives. Like, make them interact with you. The more interaction you have with them, the more they're going to want to come back. Be goofy, be silly, be you, be real, because the videos are being seen more than the posts.
Yep.
Okay, the way Facebook works, and they're even doing advertisements on the TVs now. Facebook is buying ads on TV talking about, hey, go live on Facebook. They're pushing that. It's the biggest way to grow, and I get more feedback, get more interaction than I've ever gotten before when I go live. And all you guys have to do is, pick something up and talk about it. Educate people. Half the time people don't even know what we have. And you can keep it simple too, and you can ask people the questions. You can sample, you can wrap yourself, you can put a facial. Using the cleansing line. When the facial and the exfoliating peel was out there on the BOGO, the boom sale, I went live in my group, because you can do I posted just to my prospects. I went live and did that, and I got so many hits on that, you guys, because people want to know what we have. They don't know. So if you really want to, if you haven't liked where 2016 was and the audience that you're getting, number one, get over yourself. Pam Souter will tell you that herself. Get over yourself. Get over your fears, get outside that bubble, and just have faith that you're an expert at this. And no one's going to know if you say something wrong other than you. And you know what? You just get to learn as you go. That's the great thing about network marketing, is you get to fail your way to success. You get to stumble your way to success. You get to learn. And that's one of the things in the little call that I did the other day was I talked about that. But do the videos, have fun with it. Even if it's just a 2-minute video, who cares? That video will be seen more times than your posts will.
Yeah, I was freaking out. Like, I made a video today, and literally, I think we said in 18 minutes, it was seen 225 times in 18 minutes or something crazy. I mean, so many more people see it. And then I watched Brittany's video right after mine, and I want to delete mine because Brittany and Nick rock every video. I'm like, you put my video to shame.
Well, I think one thing too I want to point out, you guys, is make sure you're doing videos about anything and everything. Like, right. I get Stitch Fix, and I love the clothes, and I have people tell me all the time, you know what, it's those videos that got me drawn to your page. Have fun with it. Like, I jump out of the screen and I put my face in, and I'm like, I'm a Bitmoji, here's my head, and off to the side of the screen, I'm like, hold on, let me change. Like, have fun. If you want to show somebody how to make something, like if you're making dinner, talk them through it. The more you get out there and talk about things that you're really, really confident with and really excited about, the easier it is going to be for you to hit record and talk about that wrap thing, or hit record and post about the protein shake. Okay. Do videos about anything. Do a video on how you do your hair in the morning. I don't care. Make a video on your outfit. Put on, say, hey, I'm thinking about wearing this. What do you think? Put one on, jump out of screen, play with it, have fun, and have people vote. By doing that, you're drawing them in. How do you think Christina Watts is rocking it and signing 20 and 30 distributors a month? It's because she does a video about anything and everything. And while she's doing her videos about anything and everything, she's saying, hey, guess what? Hey, if you haven't joined my team yet, post below. I'm going to get a hold of you after this. Here's my website. And she's posting her website. And then she goes back to popping a pimple or playing with her kids. But she does her drops. She drips on people while she's doing a video with her kids.
No, she seriously says, I have one VIP spot left, and she gets 30 people that says, I want it, I want it, I want it, I want it. And I'm like, but it's her live videos. She gets
Who is this?
so much
Christina Watts.
Christina Watts.
Yeah,
Her videos are crazy.
But you know what? People are drawn to that because they get to see who she really is. So you
Yeah.
have to let people see who you really are. If you're going to be making Christmas cookies with your kids, set the phone up on record and say, hey, you know, the Walker family here tonight, we're going to show you how we make our Christmas cookies tonight. What's your favorite Christmas cookie? And get that interaction and have fun with your kids. Let them make a mess, you know, or if you're going to be decorating your Christmas tree or you're going to go to the grocery store, whatever you're doing, bring people into your world because you're going to get comfortable and do your drips on your business.
I
You'll be
totally agree.
surprised. You
Yeah.
will be surprised what happens. Christina wasn't getting that many in the beginning, but she has stepped up her A game with these videos, and they are constant.
And that is consistency. The more
Yes.
consistent you are with posting videos, who you are, being genuine, the more consistent you are with everything, the more your business will grow like crazy. So
I'm like hands down all about live. I go live in my team page. I go live on my Facebook page. I've gotten more interactions, and you know, my videos are getting viewed more and more because somebody sees me go live. Because Facebook, what's really cool about Facebook is they have a notification now. You could be scrolling because how many times people are on, and there's a little box down here because once you start doing videos and people start being intrigued by you, they're going to click that follow button, and they want to be notified the minute you go live. And it's going to pop up right down here, and it's going to start showing them your video immediately. All they have to do is click that. It's going to interrupt what they're watching or what they're doing. It's going to show you no matter what it is because you've already drawn them in by all the other videos that you've done. Talk about a sure way to grow your business.
yeah, absolutely.
A huge way to grow your business, and especially going into 2017. If you're not doing that, you need to step that up because you're going to see a huge difference.
Right, right. Brittany, is there anything else that you talked about last night that you want to bring up, or?
I don't have my notes, so there might have been, but my
okay.
brain
I'm
is
glad
like
you-
on. My
Yeah,
brain's
the
in
little
church
bits
mode
that
right
you-
now.
The little bits that you brought in. I loved you and Nick's video tonight. It was awesome. After I got up, I'm like, I made my video, didn't even talk about the cash prizes, didn't talk that people could win the 90-day challenge. I just talked about the 90-day challenge.
And I mean, the only other thing I did, mention, which we did talk about the Mansfield meeting, is the 90-day challenge. I don't know if you guys already talked about that, but
Yeah, we did at the beginning. Yeah. So anyhow, we've kept you guys long enough. I hope you guys enjoyed tonight's Zoom because I thought we rocked it. I thought it was fun. If you guys want to grow your business, watch this again. I mean, I don't know how much more stuff that we can give you to help you grow. Just be talking to people, be genuine, be excited. Create the urgency now. Don't wait till January 1st. Go through old LCs, old DTs, LCs. Go through old DTs and ask them to sign up as a little customer. You know they love the products at one point. Try to get.
I have had two do that lately. I had two, and they were distributors under a distributor who quit. They left, and I did some reaching out like you told us to do. I've started doing that, and it's amazing the feedback I'm getting. And I've had people say, I thought I was alone. I thought everyone quit, and I thought I was here by myself. And I'm like, no, you are a part of this team, and I am here for you.
You know what's so awesome? I had people that quit and went to a different company. People are calling them to sign up for It Works, and they're with a different company, so they're sending them to me. I'm like, don't you wish you would have stayed?
Right?
But no, I love it. So
also,
but yeah.
Jody, one other thing, which I didn't even talk about. Katie Harold just popped in the Varsity Crew this morning, and I just had heard one sentence that she said, and it stuck out to me. It's that we need to be promoting the $500 Ruby bonus freaking crazy right now because we I think I kind of got into a habit of taking it for granted. It's
Yeah.
here and it's been here, and they said it's through the end of the year. And I believe last year in January we didn't have the bonuses in January. They came back after conference, but they didn't have them in January. So to be promoting crazy for the bonuses right now, the Ruby bonus, and then talking about conference and talking about the bonuses that come back out at conference, and so especially for getting people pumped about making money in 2017. I thought that was huge.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's true because we do take it for granted. And that goes to show help people get to Ruby and then help their people get to Ruby and then help their people get to Ruby. That's how you promote. That's how you keep people going. Don't talk about just getting to Ruby and stopping. Talk about let's get you to the $500 bonus and then on to Diamond because at Diamond you get the license to print money. Talk to your new distributors about beyond Ruby. Don't talk about let's just get you to Ruby. Because what happens when people get to Ruby? They're like, finally, got my bonus. I worked so hard. Now I'm going to sit. And then they end up falling off. So talk about beyond Ruby when you're with your new people. Let's get you to Ruby, and then we'll discuss, what's your goals after Ruby. Let's, getting to Diamond and things like that. So
yeah, I'm glad you said that. And Jody, we'll have to do a Zoom later, but I just want to end with saying, listen, number one, write out your goals, get your 101 going, listen to the playback, the calls if you want to, they're in Varsity. But one of the things I talked about last night was like, visualize where you want to go and be the person that instead of standing at the top of the hill, looking at the forest, wondering how in the world am I going to get through that forest, be the person that just goes right in and zigs and zags all the way through all of those trees. And get to the other end, because you'll get to the other end faster than the person standing on the hill contemplating how they're going to get there. Because number one, if you're at hurdle 1, if you're at marker 1 and you want to get to number 50, you can't jump over 2 through 49 to get to 50. You have to visualize and go step by step. So if you want to get to 50, how are you going to get to 3? So work on getting from mile marker number 1 to 3. Once you get to 3, then let's work on getting you to 7. Once you get to 7, then you get to 10. And you keep moving, but you cannot stand on the top of that mountain looking down at that the forest wondering, how am I going to get there, strategizing I'm going to go down there and I'm going to take a left when I get here and I'm going to take a right, and then I might cut down some trees and then maybe I'll cut some bushes. No, because that's going to delay the success that you have. You just have to run into the woods full force, knowing your goals, knowing that 2017 is going to be your year, and just have faith that you're going to be led in the right direction. Write down the goals and just go, because there's going to be zigging and zagging, because success is not a straight line. It is a wave, and it's just like a forest, and you will end up at the other end at mile marker number 50 before the person who's standing on the top of the hill wondering how they're going to make it happen.
Absolutely. And Sandy, I love every bit of that. Make sure you guys are starting every single day. So Cindy talked to us about faith before Facebook. And that was huge to me, because how many times do you wake up and that's the first thing you do is open Facebook in the morning? So faith before Facebook means write down your gratitude list. Go through everything you're grateful for, not just the same things every single day. I'm grateful for the cold weather today because my kids have a 2-hour delay and I get to spend more time with them. Be grateful. She talked about being grateful for this butterfly that she got to see when she was in Texas. She talked about like the littlest things, not just the big, I'm grateful for my health, I'm grateful for my family, I'm grateful for my house. Like, yes, we're truly grateful for that every single day, but go through even more, the little things. Go through your gratitude list, do your devotionals, thank God for what you have and for what he's about to give you. Faith is knowing not when, but that it will happen. And just go through that every morning. Get yourself in the right mind before you start your day, before you get on Facebook. Get in the right frame of mind, because that ultimately helps you with how the rest of your day is going to go. And get rid of negativity. I mean, lately, if anybody's got the F-bomb on their page or something vulgar, delete. Not my friend anymore. I don't want to see that, because ultimately, I'm creating relationships on Facebook. I'm not there to see that kind of stuff. And just work out of passion for this business, passion for the gift that God's blessed you with. He gave you this gift. Not only did he give you that, he gave you every single thing it takes to be successful. You just have to believe it in here and in your heart that you have been given the ultimate gift to make a difference in people's lives. And when you know that, you'll never stop. No matter how many hurdles you hit, no matter how many speed bumps you run into, you will never stop knowing that you've been blessed with a gift so big that you don't turn your back and you don't walk away. So I love you guys. Thank you for being on tonight. Every Wednesday night we have a team Zoom, so just know that. And I hope you all have an amazing week. Get your urgency out there, start contacting people, and let's grow and have an amazing 2017.
I finished my class.
Yay! Good job, Franca!
Oh, I can't wait for 2017 and just concentrate.
Woo! That's a lot to celebrate. Anybody else want to celebrate? Celebrations are good. Elena made it on. That's a good celebration.
Yes. Yes. Last night it was me and Nicole and Brittany, and I was still doing my class while I was talking to Brittany.
So now you're celebrating. That's good.
I'm celebrating. And Sandy, I saw her post on Team Varsity about getting friend requests. And she, it was good to know because I really wanted to get new friends. So I didn't realize what she was talking about until now I know I can go to my sister's friends that I know to add more people.
Oh yeah, because you have to. If you've got people in your life that aren't going to support you, then you've got this awesome little thing called Facebook, and they've got a friends list, and you just go to their friends list and you start making relationships with them. And I can't tell you how many people that are friends of my sisters that I have friend requested and built a relationship with, and they are now customers. And it never would have happened had I not done that. She's not going to support me. I got to do it myself, right?
Yeah.
That's
I have 5 sisters. I don't know what Jody's going through because I'm the 6th of the girls.
I love it. I love it. All right, guys. Well, everybody have an amazing rest of your week.
Can we drink 2016 away and
Cheers to 2017 being an explosion of amazing opportunities. So I love you guys. Everybody have a good night.
Good night.
bye.
Stay warm.